This map is from Sonic Sonic Heroes.
This is from Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing from the Nintendo Wii 2008.
I hear Supersonic Racing.
Me too. Great song.
I'm listening to Angry Birds.
Don't care, Angry Bird.
Racing Crossworlds.
Wait!
Lobby,
Oh my god, I get the dinosaur! Holy there was a dinosaur map in Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing for the Wii in 2008. I've been spreading misinformation this entire time. Did you know that Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii actually came out in 2010? I was doing some research, well, Bing searching on Sonic racing games because I know it had been a while since the previous two games. I know there was a game in 2019 and then this one for the Wii in what I thought was 2008. And everything was saying that Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii actually came out in 2010. That's weird. No, it didn't, I thought to myself, thinking that I was somehow more correct than Sega itself, let alone the internet. So let's skim the back of the case, shall we? Yeah, no, the only year that's on the back of this is regarding Nintendo Wii official trademarks. And that year is 2007. Zero date for the game. I don't know why the release date of a game in a physical copy would be plastered on the physical copy. But there's also zero 2008 to be found. But I guess I'm led to believe that younger me thought that this was the only thing that happened in 2008. Thus, the self-gaslighting and asphyxiation of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii in 2008 began. Anyway, since that one's release, we've gotten three, technically four Sonic racing games if you want to include Free Riders, which I guess was the Xbox Kinect game, but I don't care about that one. All-Stars itself got a true sequel in 2012 with All-Stars Racing Transformed, which is actually on the PC. Then in 2019, we got Team Sonic Racing, which sounds a lot more boring than the previous three iterations. Then for almost 6 years, Sonic Racing games got absolutely nothing, with I think a few fair reasons, and these are all completely made up from my brain. If you know how I work, you'll know I don't actually do research. One, kart racers just aren't as popular because back in the day, especially in whatever generation the Wii was, there were just kart racers for everything. There's also just fewer people playing couch party games and using split screen. Number two kind of piggybacks off of number one, being that every person that would want to also play this game would have to buy their own version of it while also having the online subscription if you play on not a computer. So they'd have to have their own copy of the game. Then three, I guess we'll just say that they've been working on something big. Sonic Racing Crossworlds got released in August last year, and I believe it got revealed at the Summer Games Fest. I could be wrong, that's I'm pretty sure where I saw it. But I do remember seeing Hatsune Miku in a Sonic racing game, and I was like, oh yes, finally, ammunition to shoot at my friends and say, hey, you gotta play this Sonic racing game with me. It's got Hatsune Miku in it. I proceeded to pretty much forget about it during its release, and then for a few months after their release, until the Sonic team was gracious enough to let cheapskates like me play their game, have full, complete, free access to it for an entire weekend. I somehow convinced 4 of my friends to also try this brand new installment of a kart racer long overshadowed by its Mario rival. Wait, my controller's not working. Can we pause?
My controller's
Okay, I'm Mr.
It's
Tech
playing
up
the game
there.
for me. So gspree gang, welcome back, and if you're new here, today I wanted to do what humankind has been doing forever, as is our only way of looking into the future, by comparing it to the past. Oh my god, this is just like Roulette Road. There's multiple ways to go.
Oh, this is trippy.
Roulette Road from what, Gavin? What was that?
Sonic and
What was
Sega
that
All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii in 2008.
Oh my god.
And take the brand new shiny 8-month-old Sonic Racing Crossworlds and showing you what activated my neurons and gives me flashbacks to a simpler time with the now 16-year-old Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii from 2010. The concept of time is domesticated. Disclaimer, I only played Crossworlds for about an hour and a half during this free weekend. I would love to have gotten more time in this game, but alas, we can't all get what we want, and we don't have enough time in the world to do whatever we want. Free will can only be so free. I don't play kart racers by myself or even really racing games, so I can't justify buying the full game even at a discount. This doesn't mean I don't think it's worth the $70, including paid DLC. Holy, whatever, to each their own. I'm just trying to make it evident that I didn't play a lot of this new game, so if I missed things, I apologize. Doesn't mean I can't be a fan of this game though, because it was an absolutely euphoric experience for me. Also, shout out my friend Tony who bought it on his Switch too. Even though I was playing while intoxicated and sharing a 31-inch low-resolution TV with 2 other intoxicated individuals, I still had a blast. Without further ado though, I give you why Sonic racers bring absolute whimsy to the function. But mainly this is just an excuse for me to point out things that I like in All-Stars Racing that didn't show up in Crossworlds. And I only bring Mario Kart up like 2 times. I'm keeping a centered, optimistic view on my favorite, albeit because I grew up with it, kart racer of all time. Is there a confusion
We'll have
star
to
in this
smell
game
them.
that turns the screen upside down? That would be kind of cool. That's from Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing from 2008 for the Nintendo Wii.
Gavin.
Gavin, how much are you gonna bring that? game
It's a good
up?
game. I'm just comparing.
Stop sucking its dick. Holy shit.
Sorry, I'm excited. But I wish that an announcer made an appearance in Crossworlds. I think that adds an immense amount of atmosphere to a racing game, especially when you're just going around in laps and it's just the sound of power-ups and sound effects, really. Where did you learn to drive? A barn? That was one of the things that the commentator said in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Wii in 2008. Nothing says atmosphere like getting taunted for being in a position seemingly out of your control as you're trying to navigate a map at a speed you can't control, because unlike Mario Kart that has the 50, 100, 150 or 200 cc's, whatever, they have different speeds. Sonic Racing Crossworlds and Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii 2010 all have the same speed. Now the line was technically, where did you learn to drive? A farm, not a barn, but you get the idea. I was trying to recreate this voice line so I could share the source material by repeatedly crashing and driving off the stage while I was also in last place. But my guess is that these voice lines were for a more friendly, banterful environment, thus were placed in multiplayer split screen mode. Thank you, Sega, for thinking of the mental health of a young child playing a Sonic racer by themselves and not having the announcer be too mean to them, because that's where true evil is born. I believe there were 2 of these voice lines, though, to keep you guessing at which one he'd say next. If you were driving any slower, you'd be going backwards. It wasn't just his hazing that made him special, though. He also alerted you of enemy all-stars on the track. Oh, I just got a Chaos Emerald. Hello. I'm now in 9th place. I do honestly wish, like, I really like in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii in 2008, there's like unique power-ups for like everybody. So they each have like their own special move when you're in, like, I don't know, when you're doing bad. A completely unique power-up for each racer that references their universe at a deeper level and offers a sort of pick-me-up for racers typically in 5th place or below. These power-ups range from a big bomb, multiple smaller bombs, a conga line, but typically follow the format of speed up to get ahead. Just to throw out an example here, you can play as your Mii, yeah, your Wii character Mii, and 4 little Miis come out of the woodworks and pick up the cart, because apparently that's faster than just driving on the wheels you're provided with and using the motor in the vehicle that's designed to go faster than people. Yeah, 4 Miis just come out of the woodworks, pick you up, and just run with you. I don't think there's any destruction here. There's probably destruction if you, like, run over people. But yeah, there's some small similarities for these all-star moves across the board, but typically it follows the format of speed up to get ahead, and I might as well disrupt some people on the way. I would love to see this in the new game, mainly because picking up a Chaos Emerald or a Choo-Choo or whatever speeds you up and blasts you forward kind of just gets old. You know, there's not any cool animation. It's just kind of boring, sends you fast up, and doesn't really disrupt any of the racers. It just loses its excitement after a while. Even if these moves do the same exact thing, I would love to just see like a little splash of an animation, like for Angry Birds, just pulling the slingshot back and sending them up. It just, you know, that would be cool, right? If not for the novelty, why would I pick the Angry Bird character? I want to listen to Angry Birds. I'm just gonna loop Angry Birds music. Where's the Angry Birds palette? There it is. I need to put the Angry Birds palette on my Hatsune Miku hoverboard in Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Also, I think this just adds Sonic charm to the game, something that Mario Kart has never had, because Mario Kart, let's poke a jab at them, right? We've got the big bad blue shell. Yeah, okay, cool. I can, from any point, just throw a blue shell up to the front and nuke the guy in first place. Yeah, because that's gonna provide any help for the person who's in last place. If you have no hopes of finishing in the top 3, what would you rather pick up? Would you rather pick up a blue shell and nuke the person in first and only first that only helps the people in like second and third and maybe fourth place? Or would you rather propel yourself in front of the other racers that are around your level? Like, what's the best trade-off for you? Plus, think of what the Yakuza All-Star ability would be, or the Minecraft Steve ability, or SpongeBob. They've also announced 6 more characters coming to paid DLC and 3 that are coming for free. Plus, I think it adds an extra reason to play these characters just beyond the face of, hey, they're cool, I'm gonna go play Hatsune Miku, because then you would never change. You would pick and solidify your choice of your favorite character and only play them. In Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii 2008, I was bouncing back and forth. I was playing characters I didn't even know existed. Oppo, who the heck is that? He last got a game at the point of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing being released. Oppo was in this game. Pretty sure he had not had a game for like 13 years prior. If it weren't for the novelty of playing that character and having that all-star ability where he can pick and choose, Oppo is the only character in that game that has 3 abilities in that all-star move that he could choose from and use. I would just like pick Shadow all the time because he's the one with the motorcycle. But to be fair, in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, you can pick not only your character that you're playing, but also the vehicle that you're playing with and customize that vehicle. So there's a little bit of customizability, which I really like. I love the hoverboards. I like racing with the hoverboards and the motorcycles versus the 4-wheeled vehicles because I like how the drift works and the control feels.
I'm loving Shadow the Hedgehog in the pink car.
Yep. Pink car with the cat decal on the front and the Razor logo on the side.
Can you put Shadow in the Latino car?
I really, really love the fact that you can change and put the hoverboard into like 2 sections. You can have the front part of the hoverboard and then the back part of the hoverboard. Red, show him what it's like. Red on the hoverboard, what will he do? What's more cursed, Angry Birds on the Miku hoverboard or Minecraft Creeper on the Hatsune Miku hoverboard? I will also say I am incredibly surprised with the roster of Crossworlds. Nintendo already sold so many copies of the game that covers the fee that they had to pay for having Hatsune Miku in their game by people paying to have the game specifically so they could play Hatsune Miku. Not to mention...
And Goro Majima, who could forget everyone's favorite Sonic character?
Joker! Then all of the aforementioned characters I used as examples for my all-star ability, having SpongeBob and Patrick, and then Minecraft Steve, Minecraft Alex, and Minecraft Creeper. Are we for real? I think at this point, I would be as hyped for seeing who gets announced as the next DLC for Sonic Racing Crossworlds as I was when they announced the next character for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Oh, and that's also not to mention the sheer amount of Sonic characters in this game. I'm no expert in Sonic characters, but I'm sure if you are, this really excites you. Like, just look at everybody that you can play as. Like, they have Zaz and that other guy that starts with a Z. They have Vector or Victor or whatever. I only played, like, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing as a kid, and then the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, like, a couple times. So I recognize, like, a couple of these people. I'm a fake Sonic fan, by the way. I'm a little tipsy. I'm a fake Sonic fan, so bear with me. I just like the kart racers and then the Olympic Games. Yippee! Greenbird!
Greenbird. That none of you know who he is, but it's fine.
That's my Sonic Forces custom
What do you mean we don't know
character.
who he is? That's Greenbird.
That's my Sonic OC.
That's Greenbird.
It's literally him.
How we doing? How we doing?
It's
One
him.
more?
That's him.
Also, I'm trying to get people together to play Sonic Rumble Party with me, so in terms of Sonic fans, I'm about as fake as they come. I think, honestly, I'm like a Sonic IP fan. Like, I like all of the names of the Sonic players and like the characters in the game that are highlighted and like the third-party Sonic characters, like the people that Sonic knows, you know? Like, I like that universe. Also, apparently Werehog was a pre-order bonus. And that's really all I wanted to talk about. I've shared some clips here throughout this video, but there are even more over on the Overstock channel if you're interested in that sort of thing. And the music is epic.
No, yeah, the music in Sonic Racing Crossworlds slaps.
Is there a Samba de Amigo map?
Oh, what?
What the heck did you just say?
Is there a Samba de Amigo map?
Sure. Yep.
There better be.
Hope so.
If there's not, I'm uninstalling.
It's like the coolest map. So Samba de Amigo in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Wii in 2008 had a map for Samba de Amigo, which is like some rhythm game. The track was exactly like the entire concept of this video game, where you just like a quarter of the way through the race went to a different dimension and then came out in a different dimension and then do that like 2 times. It was ahead of its time, honestly. Because here we are, almost 20 years later. That's insane. I really want to plaster my face on some recordings, but unfortunately I just use a lot of those clips for background footage for these videos, so that's why over on the Overstock channel there's not a whole lot of my face as much as I would like there to be, because I spent a bunch of money on this camera, which you're now seeing me in 60 FPS. Holy, my camera died 3 times today while recording this. Not specifically this, I recorded the Helldivers video. Oh, that's a spoiler. The Helldivers video coming next. Anyway, I didn't expect to get a 20-minute Overstock video on Sonic Racing Crossworlds in the year of our Lord 2026, but I am so happy that I did, and I'm so happy that you watched this and listened to me as long as you did. I mean, I kind of started rambling towards the end here because I had to take a break while my camera charged, so I, went and did the only thing I could do to pass the time, which is drink. Of course, that's a joke, gspree gang, but I'm so thankful for you to just being here while I was reminiscing about one of my favorite Wii games of all time, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii 2010, which I know now, and I've been living a lie. I didn't even get the game in 2010. I probably got the game in like 2011 or 12 or something. I don't even know when I got a Wii. Also, I found there's 64 unique missions in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the Nintendo Wii 2010, so if you're interested in like watching me play those missions, or if you're interested in what those 64 unique missions are, I would love to plan a stream sometime and then maybe make a video on it. We'll see. I got a lot of stuff happening right now, so I'm a bit busy, but I would love to pick up some streams every once in a while in the future. But yeah, I've been a bit busy, ergo why this video might seem a little short. Definitely seemed a little bit short for me. We'll see how the editing turns out. It probably just feels really fast because we're talking about a racing game where you're supposed to go fast. It's also Sonic, so you're supposed to go fast, so it's probably going to be about the same length with all my rambling as my usual videos. Anyway, gspree gang, I appreciate you so much as usual for stopping by for as long as you did. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, weekend, and I will catch you the next time you catch me.